place do you think for astronomy on Hawaii Island, given the conflicts that we've seen in the past? But we also know that there are many people in the community who really support this industry, who think that it's a great benefit, not only financially, but also just to humanity. So how do you balance those two things?
Take TMT out of the equation for a second, okay? Without TMT, today, on that mountain is the pinnacle of astronomical research in the world, okay? Everybody in the world knows that. And so, from a Native Hawaiian perspective, and frankly from my own family perspective, there's value in it because we trace our origins as a people back to the cosmos. Effectively, modern astronomy for me is tantamount to doing the genealogy of Wakea, Sky Father. I realize that's not a common appreciation or common understanding, but it's important that no matter where you stand on the subject of modern astronomy in Mauna Kea, claim it, own it, be willing to teach others about it. And most importantly, we've got to be able to commit to expanding our capacity to be empathetic so that we understand other perspectives that may differ from our own.
Bringing TMT back into this conversation, one of the things that we heard time and time again during this time in 2019 was a constant theme from the Hawaiian community that their voice, their opinions were not heard during this process, which dates back, a decade before we even got to that point in 2019. How are you ensuring that the community voice is now being heard? Are there going to be plans to engage the community more in dialogue, discussions, town halls? What does that community engagement look like?
We are required as a new authority to come up with a new master plan, a new management plan, and a new financial plan. In order to get there, right, we need to bring the right team of consultants to work with our staff, but more importantly, we've got to go island to island, community to community, face to face, and listen to ensure that we don't replicate the shortfall of past experiences.
And for folks who haven't been keeping up, what is the status of TMT? Where is that project at the moment? And do you think that eventually that project will come to pass?
From the authority standpoint, TMT, the University of Hawaii, the parties that are involved in that have not formally come to the authority as yet. We're looking forward to that day when it does happen. I do know just from a community perspective that they're in the community engaging with different communities, different organizations. To their credit, they're talking directly to some of the kia'i to understand what it is that is central to their objection to TMT. But I'll leave it there and I would encourage TMT to make the time to come onto your program as well, because I think the timing would be right, and curiosity, the first thing they hear, Mauna Kea Authority, the next question is TMT, and there's so much more that we're needing to focus on before we even get to TMT.
Well, a lot